Awesome. Yes, that's good. Okay. Okay, that's lovely. Um, yes, I think I'm good. So good evening, everybody. How you doing? So good to see us. I mean, right now to see a lot of us, I really have to pay money. That's what I started doing. I started paying money, then I started crying. I can see comfort. Comfort zone, I've cried over you. I've cried and cried and cried. In fact, your face is synonymous to. Are you sure you're not in the White House as we speak? Because you're in fact, even Tinubu has nothing on you. How you doing today? Good
No,
to
no,
see you.
no. I'm fine,
Amazing.
thank you.
Awesome, awesome. Okay, so we're going to start right away with our conversations for tonight. I'm just hoping that everybody who is here already have their information dropped on the group as regards their certificates, because certificates are already ready. So if your name is not on that list, I don't know what you plan to do. And so our flyers for the evening will also be out. Please, like I said, I don't know what happened to me this week. Or I was trying to try the algorithm and I was not putting, what do they call it? The the links on my posts. So somehow we're already on Saturday and it's already super late. So our growth is very poor. I've never seen us do this poorly. So I've already, at least I'll repent after this week. So please, as I'm saying it now, please just go ahead and click on the, let me even copy it and paste it now. Just click on the link for tomorrow's event, right? And just invite as many people as you can, especially the active people in your circle. So that usually what I normally do is I can just click on location, because usually in the evenings Americans will be awake and all that. That's their morning, depending on the state anyway. So what I normally do is that I'll just click based on location and I'll just click as many. But I just realized that most times when they do that, LinkedIn, and they are very smart. So sometimes they will give you people who are not active in the algorithm. So it will just be people who are probably just opened account and work wall stuff that you might just invite. So please, let's just be a little more intentional. And then please share the main post if you haven't. So I'll reshare it on the group right now so that we can get this phase over with. Because we really, really, let me see, we really need a lot of people to register. It's so poor. I've never seen. Hey God, I don't even know what to think, because normally, if we are so bad on Saturdays, if we are so bad, we're already 200. But I don't know what I can say about what happened this week. So please, let's go ahead and invite people. Hopefully, when the flyers are out tomorrow morning, please, we can make it as our main post for the evening so that we can have as many people come on board and celebrate with us as well. So, like me, I'm not always big on saying graduation. I don't know what is wrong with me. I just want to get my head out of the regular what did we call it, the regular educational system as much as possible. I just feel traumatized every time I have to think of maybe structuring anything I want to do in that line, maybe best in this best. Anyway, of course, we know that all the teams, you'll be rewarded. So we're still going to have certificate special for the team that will win. All the names of the people in that team will have it, so that it will be way merited, and everybody will say, okay, based on what we said so far, these people did this, these people did that, and all that. Okay, so I can see Mrs. BME. Awesome. So team skills, how many people are here so that we know how far? How many people are currently on this live right now?
Just two of us.
Okay, then
Just two
which
of
other
us.
team is okay? Which other team is here? Which other
Consistency.
team is here? Team consistency. How many people are
Consistency.
in consistency? How many people?
I'm
You and
seeing
who is in
on
consistency?
me and IBME.
Okay. So okay, so it's just, oh, so it's two people. Let me see. Please, can we just remind people on our individual groups? Let me just make a call in the general group so that we can all come on board, because
Communications and
okay, so but then the topics are already shared properly, right? I think we can just start, Esther, so that we don't lose time at all. Right. So we'll start with you. Um just tell us down to your call to action, that's your offers, down to everything, so that if anybody, let's say you have that video and you don't want to share it, it will be literally like your life in a summary. But then of course, storytelling. Anyway, let me not bore you. So please just go ahead. So you're the first. Is the next person the person who is supposed to follow you next? Is the person already here? As that's the person you're with here now. Is it the next person in the speech, based on how you guys planned it?
Based on how we planned it, I'm not even supposed to be the first to talk. Supposed to be Mrs. Neddy, then I speak, then Mrs. Amaka speaks next, then Evangeline, then Mrs. Comfort is the last
Okay,
person to
so I
speak.
don't know what is the problem. I know that Neddy's time zone is difficult. Okay, so let me just see. Please, where is everyone? So you can chat on the individual groups so that we can get this thing done to. Okay, so no problem. I think we should just start the work. God help us to get the flow. That's just the challenge. I guess maybe they can come back and listen, but that's not. I always don't like that. Hmm. Awesome. So please, let's just go ahead. Let me focus. My host is supposed to go live very soon. No problem. I'm focusing. So let's go. Who is the person speaking? Esther, you can just speak. Okay, you're trying to talk to them, Abby. I'm not looking like I'm looking down. So let's go ahead. We don't have to wait for them. Let's just go, go, go. Oh, she's missing here. Esther is not here. Okay, Comfort, let me hear what you have so that we will just go ahead and
Okay. Actually, I'm supposed to be the last person concluding it, but I will start anyway. Hello, can you hear
okay.
me?
I think she's back. Give me a moment. I think she's back.
Okay.
Esther, I hope there's no challenge. Is there any problem?
My network threw me out. I was trying to message the group.
Okay, okay. So then I wanted to ask, do you have anybody around? Do you have a fiber, like what did you call it? A broadband, maybe MTN or Airtel or any of those other ones? Do you have?
No, I'm going to for tomorrow. I think I will just subscribe on both my MTN and Glow line because it's like sometimes the Glow is even better than MTN around this place.
Okay, okay,
And
okay. Because usually for most places it's MTN though. Okay, that's awesome. So let's go. Please just go ahead and start speaking.
okay, good evening, everyone. I am Esther Agbalashiwe. I'm a pharmacist by profession and a content writer by passion and skill. Today, in few minutes, I'll be talking to you about something very important, which is the skills you need to succeed. You see, in the real world, it's not just about what you love; it's about what you can do with it. Passion is great, but it's all about what you can deliver. Do you have the right skills to deliver on the job you are chasing? A recent statistic showed that 87% of employees feel pressured in their job roles because they lack the necessary skills in that job. And that's a very huge problem. And that's why I'm here today to make sure you are not part of those people. To succeed at your job, you essentially need two type of skills, and that's your hard skills and your soft skills. Hard skills are those technical, teachable abilities, things you learn, things you practice, and what you can master. For example, if you are a graphic designer, you need to understand colors, topography, and design software. You can't claim to be a graphic designer and not understand how to use softwares like Canva. For me, let me use my story as an example. When I started content writing, I thought my love for writing was all I needed, but along the line, I realized that I needed to learn how to structure my writing, different formatting styles, and proper research. I also had to learn how to use different writing tools, different editing tools, and different research tools. Along the line, also, I had to understand what SEO meant because clients started asking for it and I had no idea what it meant. I had to I had no choice but to learn and implement it. I had to invest in courses, consumed free resources online, and also implemented what I learned. The truth is, in today's world, if you don't keep up, you will lose, you'll be left behind. Now, let's talk about your soft skills. No matter how good you are in your technical skills, if you don't have soft skills, you won't last. The truth is, your hard skills open the door, but soft skills keep them open. Take communication and time management as example. Recently, I made a post about how some freelancers will just disappear, especially when deadlines are close. No messages, no replies, and the client is left frustrated and stressed out. I mean, if you encounter a problem or a challenge while working on a project, the best thing you can do is to communicate to whoever you are working with. If you need to ask for more time, ask for it instead of disappearing and damaging your reputation because of that. To me, I feel that is so unfair. And let's even talk about emotional intelligence, which is probably one of the most underrated skills. Let's be honest, dealing with people is one of the hardest things you can do. But you need to know when to speak, you need to know when to stay quiet. Not every situation needs a reaction, not every comment needs a comeback. You need to show empathy
Mm.
when you need to show empathy. Just imagine a customer service representative arguing with every customer. How long do you think that person is going to keep the job? I'm sure a sane business owner won't wait until that person ruins his or her job. And lastly, you need adaptability. The world is changing so fast. If you don't adapt to the current trends in your industry, you'll be left behind. Take content writing, for example. When and AI detectors became a thing, everything had to change. Clients started saying, I don't want AI written content. You have to run your work through AI detectors and pass the test. There is nothing you can do. If you argue, there is no point arguing. If you want to get paid, you have to find your ways around it. Ask yourself, the best thing you can do is to ask yourself, what are the new trends in your field? What are clients asking for? If you don't learn them, they will move on to the next person. It's that simple. And the best part of all I've been talking about since morning is that you can learn these skills. If you need to pay for courses, pay for them. If you need to pay your way into mentorship programs or coaching, pay for it. Or if you need to join a community, it's very easy. Join this community. And if you are a content writer on this call, I have a community of content writers where you can always come in to share your ideas, share your frustrations, your problem. If you need people to hold your hand, you can join the community. And I'm going to leave you with this. Please invest in yourself. Position yourself to be the best at what you do. Upskilling isn't optional. It is the only way you can stay relevant in your industry. Thank you.
Awesome. Please let's celebrate her because this is very, 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 very rich. Thank you so much. It was the perfect, very, very perfect flow for me. I love that. Okay, so but then I'm gonna add a few things, right? So number one is I don't know how we're going to do it. If you can get a what do they call it, a WLAN, a Wi-Fi or something that will be stronger than your regular network, I think it will be better so that we don't leave it a
Okay.
chance. I'm just saying this by extension, every other person. Okay, the reason why I come out weekly is not if I was using the regular phone network, I'm serious. I'm sure after the second week I'll run for my life. I had to go and get it. Or if you have somebody who is super close to you who has those broadband or Wi-Fi's, especially the broadband that has a fiber for your laptop. If you can get that, but if you can't, there's no
Okay.
problem. We can just all just release our faith that during the meeting nothing will happen, right? Because you were just at some point you were freezing from my end. So I don't know whether it's my own network or yours. But then I noticed that it wouldn't be clear on your side. So I figured out that okay, it's likely not me. That's number one. Then number two, okay. So I think um everything you said is super beautiful, but I think this emotional connect, maybe the story you shared, could it come in earlier? Because I can't say I bought into you per se. You've already, in fact, the way you explained anything, I can just say wow. But like giving me that, I don't know what is that energy of I can help you out. And then when it was time for you to do your call to action, you're leaving it, you're leaving it like open. Well, if you need, no, it's not if you need, because there are two categories of people who
Okay.
will be listening to you tomorrow, right? It's going to be people who don't even know. So so I think there was somebody who helped classify those people, whether something unaware, is this solution unaware. You commented on that post. I've forgotten the, yeah, there were three different
Yes.
tiers. Remind
Perfect.
me so that
Uh,
remind me
Solution aware, solution and
the
there is
unaware, then
problem
something, there were
aware,
three.
problem aware, problem
Yes.
unaware, problem
Problem
unaware,
unaware, yes,
solution
then
unaware, and
solution.
solution
Mm-hmm. Aware. So it
solution
simply
aware
means that
and
there are even
solution
people who don't
unaware.
know that. Okay, awesome. So there are people who are generally passionate about writing, right? Or who might want to be interested in the community who don't even know anything about it. They didn't even know that, oh, writing is a skill you can make money from. So the way you said you spoke about this writing, right? I'll just say, it's nice, though, but this girl has stuff. That's what we call it in medicine. So when you finish talking, somebody, this girl has stuff, but she knows her onions. They will just be saying she knows her onions and they're walking away with your money. She knows your onions. But one of the things you're going to do is that you're able to paint pictures. So you need to come up with the financial, okay, so goals from passion to paycheck, but you're focusing on skills, high demand skills, high tech demand skills, or transitionable skills. So these are two things I've said now. Either high tech demand. So what you can do is you're discussing writing, right? But then another thing you're going to do is bring out the money side of it, in the sense that okay, um, last year alone, writers were said to have earned bang 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 bang. Because sometimes some people might be looking down on their skills until they know what the skills can do for them, right? So if there's any amount you've earned as a writer, and you can just say six figures if it's not up to a million. If it's up to a million so far, just go and check your bank. That's why I told you people. If people did my assignments, this talk that we're talking now will not talk it to. So already you might be sounding like, oh, you have your thoughts together. But the thing is, in this conversation you just gave me now, you didn't amplify yourself. So you would have just given somebody another idea, and the person would be like, oh, this is lovely. Let me go and look for another person. That so writing is a thing now. So it's a skill. I'll look for somebody who sounds like the person will teach me na 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 na, and then I'll go and then probably stay with the person. So that's the challenge we normally have. If you don't bring, if you've done all those portfolios so far, like you were able to do all those portfolios, you already know how much you've earned so far. So you're going to say this same thing I'm talking about. So I just wanted to probably let me just highlight my journey. And when you want to do storytelling, don't draw it. Don't like you started the way you did punchline when you want to discuss the problem. Storytelling, money, statistics, don't just do statistics that are away from you, because the thing again is you can amplify a statistic, right? Or you can say something and it will not bring you anything home, it won't bring anything to you. So you see that would have finished talking, everybody would like wow, 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 but it's not money. Wow, it's not money. So you must say what you must see yourself painting pictures of what you can handle. Please, I'm saying it now so that everybody here go back to your portfolios. That's if you did the assignment. I told you people that it's today that I'll catch as many people, because by now you should have been talking that this is the same. Okay, I remember when I started my journey as a writer. I don't know who would have told me that I'll be able to make seven figures from writing. Somebody's ears. Maybe the person was watching. The person would just, oh. Are you trying to tell me that writing can make money? Now the goal is you are under skills. So, but then you also want to have punchlines. That's why I was telling people on the on this our short burst meeting. You have to have things that both distance on you, because the question is, how can you come to play? And by the time you finish all these conversations and you put your conversation together, your call to action will not be if you would like to. No, I'm saying if you like to, in the sense of loose end. No, it will be more like, okay, so I know that a lot of people are super confused right now, and you'd want to start your journey in writing. Sincerely, that's essentially what I'm here with a few of my colleagues to do. I currently have a community in this. We've been able to start. If you've written newsletters back to back, so you see that all those things I was telling people to do. Hey God. So if you've written how many issues, this is where your portfolios will just be pouring out, because the truth is nobody would want to work with you except they know that you can. So what's the word, that you can handle them. Everybody wants to work with a busy person. Everybody wants, they just want to know that it's not you, it's not from them that you're trying to practicalize or you're trying to learn. So I'm going to give you an opportunity to probably write. I'm just hoping that you are writing this anyway. It's recorded, so you can always look at it again and bring out. So your story should come up a little earlier. So you introduce yourself, your statistics, perfect what you did. Then the next thing, when you want to start storytelling, don't just do it away from yourself. And when you want to highlight yourself, you need to put yourself. As soon as you say, when I started my journey, who would have thought that I would be someone who would literally have earned seven figures in writing? I don't know. By the way, as I told you all, I'm a pharmacy graduate, so you know what it means for me to decide that, okay, this is what I want to be doing right now with my life. So there's a way you are the one who will magnify the writing. Essentially, that's what I'm trying to say. So every single time you have an opportunity to speak, you're to amplify the office of what you offer, so that you don't sound too um relaxed, or maybe at the end of your speech it was excellent. This girl is very intelligent. But anyway, writing, okay. Okay. Okay, I'll think about it. So, like I said again, from the last conversations we had with somebody else in the team, please, you might want to just amplify your voice a little bit. Amplify your voice a little bit. If you have a mic, fine. If you would get an earpiece, I think the other day you used an earpiece. If you can use it now,
Yes.
I don't mind, right? Yes, so that we know
Okay.
how loud you sound, and not just how loud you, like I said, there's energy. There's the energy of speaking that can always draw people's attention back to you. You need to have that energy of the speech, so that you're not, I know that this is quite late, but then you're not exhausted. And then the thing is, if I was very slow, I'm telling you, most of our meetings I'll be having, people will be sleeping. Even with the way I'm ginger, some of you still sleep recklessly. Talk less if I was talking slowly. So please, let's just so I've given you feedback. So I think you are amazing. I would say again, excellent. Very, very excellent. So if you want to go over this again, you can just quickly check what's the word? Check YouTube, YouTube, you just see some of, if you want to get them exactly in point of how I corrected it. So because I'm not doing it, I'm doing all these corrections off heart, right? Just based off of
Mhm.
what I think. I don't know if anybody has any addition for her. If we don't have, so the next person to speak. Okay, so I've seen Evangeline. Okay. Who else is not here? I don't know where everybody went to. Go ahead, the next person, please, so that we'll be producing results quick.
Is it from her group or anybody?
No, from her group. I wanted a flow. I
Everyone.
wanted a flow. I think I even told the leaders when we, yeah, good evening, good evening. Oh, at least from my end. Sorry about that.
Mm. So I think Evangeline can go
Please go
next.
ahead, Comfort. I can hear you. Okay. Okay, awesome. Evangeline, please go ahead.
I think okay, from the sequence I'm supposed to go next. Alright. Um can we still see me? Can everybody hear me clearly?
We
Yes, we
can hear
can.
you.
Alright. So I'll be talking about monetizing your skills. Let me introduce myself first. My name is Akara Evangeline, and I'm an architect, a graphics designer, and a virtual assistant. And today I'll be talking about monetizing your skills. So Sorry. Okay, so many of us have valuable abilities, whether in design, writing, problem solving, or even organizing tasks, but often we don't fully leverage them for financial gain. And today we'll be exploring three key areas where we can monetize our skills, we can leverage them for financial gain basically. And the first area is how skills open doors to jobs and business opportunities. So I'll start by saying that your skills are your biggest assets. Whether you're working a traditional 9 to 5 job, or you're freelancing, or you're in business, what you know and what you can do, it determines your earning potential wherever you find yourself, basically. A good example would be how tech skills like coding or digital marketing can lead to high paying job offers or even freelance gigs or a startup, maybe in software solutions, probably. But whatever skills you have, somebody out there needs it, and you just have to position yourself right. Another area I'll be discussing is the importance of showcasing your skills, right? So having skills is one thing, but then proving them is another thing. And people pay for visible value. Your clients pay for visible value, not hidden talents. Okay, they don't just follow your word of mouth. They have to see what you can do. And to attract these opportunities, you have to show your skills, your expertise effectively. One of the ways you can do that is by having a portfolio. So having a portfolio is paramount, especially as a freelancer. Whatever industry you are in, if you're a writer, you're a designer, a consultant, or any service provider, you need a portfolio showcasing your best work, right? Because it makes it easier for clients and employers to trust your abilities. And another way to showcase your skills is social proof. Social proof, testimonials, reviews, recommendations from your past clients or your employers, can build credibility. It can help new employers to trust you. So if someone has benefited from your work, let other people know through reviews and recommendations. Another way is networking. You know, many opportunities come from connections. I remember the last gig that I did, it came from a connection, somebody that I have not even worked with her for funny enough, but I was a student in her program, the program that she held. I was a student there, and when the job opportunity came, it was a recommendation. She's like, "Oh, I know a few people that can do this," So that is how I got that job. So share insights on LinkedIn, join professional groups, attend industry events, engage with potential clients, because people need to see and trust your expertise before they can hire you. So that's for networking. Now the last or the final part is pricing your skills, especially as a freelancer. You need to be able to price your skills, right? And it's one of the biggest challenges that people face in this remote workspace is pricing their skills. You can charge too low, and then you find out that you've undervalued yourself, or you can charge too high without justification, and then you lose clients. So the ways to get it right, I think you need to first know market rates. So you can research what others with similar skills in your industry, you can research what they charge. So platforms like Glassdoor or Fiverr and Upwork, they can give you benchmarks, on what to charge based on your skills. Another point is to factor in your experience and your value. So everybody did not start freelancing at the same time. Some people are more experienced with other skills, than other people. So if you are very experienced in maybe design, you're a graphic designer, you've been doing it for 8 years, you can't compare it to the experience of somebody who started a year ago. So if you have, some good years of experience in a particular skill, that can influence your pricing or your rates. So you don't just charge for your time, you charge for your value. So if your expertise can save a client maybe 9 hours of work or make them money, your price should reflect that. Yes. Then finally, you can offer flexible pricing models. So depending on your field, you can charge per hour or per project or through retainer agreements, right? So if it's a short-term project, you can charge per hour. If it's a long-term project, then you can charge per project or through retainer agreements. So a simple formula that I've seen that works, a simple formula that you can use to price your skills or your value is your desired monthly income. If you have that value, you divide it by the number of hours or projects that you can realistically complete under a particular amount of time. For example, 1 month, how many hours do you work a month, or how many projects can you complete within 1 month? Divide that by your monthly income and you get your base rates, right? And then you can adjust that based on your demand and your perceived value. So in summary of everything that I have just said, to monetize your skills effectively, you need the right opportunities, a strong showcase, which is your portfolio and social proof, and finally, strategic pricing. Okay, so the key is just to position yourself as somebody who provides value wherever you're working, 9 to 5, freelancer, business owner, position yourself right. So take action today, identify your most marketable skill, showcase it online, and set a price that reflects, your true worth. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, 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 welcome. Okay, but then my challenge is there team money here? Where is team money? Because if you went that deep, what will people in the money team do? I'm now curious. Esther, what was the plan when you people shared the topics?
Okay, the way the progress of the topic was, let me even check it again.
I think we had a
And
structure.
the first part where Mrs. Lady was supposed to talk. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Oh
Okay.
yes, I can hear you.
The first part was supposed to be introduction, like introducing the team and why skills actually matter. Then the next was talking about hard and soft skills. How then the next one was how to develop and improve your skills. Then eventually was supposed to talk about how to monetize your skills. She was supposed to share her experience also on how she was able to transition from having this particular skill and monetizing it. Then the last part was the link between skills, money, and consistency.
Okay, okay, okay. So that who is the last part? That's comfort, right?
Yes.
Yes.
And because okay, that link is good, but that means she might not have to present with your team. That means she'll come to the end of the presentation because if she links it would be better she hears everyone. What's the word? It's better she hears everyone like
Okay.
together, then she can do a conclusion.
Before.
Do you get? And for her to
Okay.
conclude that people have not heard on consistency, people have not heard about money. Yes, so
Okay.
we'll move her to another arrangement. So she won't speak um immediately after you. I know that eventually you were speaking like you were kind of I don't know. I know I probably put you to I gave you some tasks today. So I was feeling bad. I don't feel like you really prepared. I almost wanted to tell you, wait first, don't talk. Don't talk. Maybe you should just take a moment to look at your materials again because I wanted your thoughts to be together, right? To be together. And for the side you took, money talk is usually very loud, especially if that's where you're dwelling with regards to the skill, right? So for me, I would have wanted if you were going to talk about money when it comes to skills, I would have wanted you to talk about the investment like that's the investment into your skills, because there are lots of people who don't think that they should pay for courses, who should do, because the truth is the money guys are the ones who are supposed to transform skills to money. But you guys are supposed to maybe talk about money with in reference to the skills. So being
Skills.
able telling people about how much they were able to spend, like you were able to spend when you started your own journey, this or the sacrifices you've made, right? You could even talk about the certificates that you made for Phoenix Kids. See, sometimes, but you have this thing, but is you have to come, if you're making it sound like it's far-fetched, people will not take you seriously, right? And then your thoughts, I don't know, like I said again, maybe the challenge was because of the short timing, right? Of the pressure I had to give on you, because nobody would know what you were doing before now. But I would have wanted your money. If you're going to talk about money under skills, it should be more like you should be seeing quoting, okay, like let's say under in Udemy, if you want to learn graphic design under Udemy, if you want to learn this is a, or you can also talk about your investment and why it was easier for you to transition into graphic design as an architect. So those are the things I would have preferred to hear, so that your domain is around skills, but then you're trying to tell people, because
No.
there are lots of people now, they are medical, like they are pharmacists, they are doctors, and they don't think they can do anything. So I would want people, but every time you're talking, right, be very open, because most of these people that are coming in, they're probably just coming to LinkedIn for the first time and they will just see us. That's why I still host that event on LinkedIn. It's about making money. Jesus. Is YouTube or Zoom because it's we paid, right? So the reason why we do it on LinkedIn as well is so that we can have people who would want, we can help, right? Of course, helping is not at your entire detriment. You should have something. And then from your conversations, I didn't hear anything about you were talking about portfolio. What is your portfolio as regards how can somebody work with you? I mean, you just concluded just like that. It was obvious you've not been coming for the meetings. And the way you sounded, I don't know if you've done your assignments. I told you guys that this thing is not hard, right? If you don't if you don't do the assignments, it will be obvious when you're talking, right? It will be super obvious. I said it even the last time we had the meeting. I think you were not there. Were you? I'm not sure now. Now it's you
No,
that will
that's
answer. And we eventually stopped taking our attendance somehow. That's why, if not, like I said, for me, I wanted from the beginning of this camp, I wanted to know the people who were coming out with me and how their journey went. Because another thing is that if you don't put in the work, you can't expect any change, right? So we're also saying that there will be random persons, even if it's two clients that you get on live tomorrow, not heard of it. You don't know that it's also a positioning, so that it's possible that at the end of the conversation, somebody can just send you a private message and say, okay, oh, you did this. Can I, is it possible for you to do this job for me? Where are the people you optimize for? We're talking about skills. When you have skills, what is your positioning? Okay, you you need to put it together. I know that it's obvious that you're busy. And that means the aim of this camp, you didn't really hold it together. That's what I can say from these conversations this night, right? You're very
yeah.
eloquent. That's lovely. As in, everybody will know that, okay, you're not new, you're not learning. But when I'm saying being able to convert, because the truth is, again, this is more like a last shot everybody has in the camp meeting to literally just poach at, maybe depending on how much more work we do. If we work very hard, we can have up to 100 people listening at least within 1 hour, and we're the ones that will start, right? So you don't want to, okay, let me mute. You don't want to have an opportunity to speak and then there's a client. Do you know that even if you, I said it in one of our videos, as some video summaries in some of our classes. I even posted it on my on YouTube as part of my shorts. Sometimes when you have life, if that one person could be the change you need. So confidence, conversation, flow of thoughts, meditation, like I really, this thing is something I can do for you, right? People will know. I don't know. Sometimes I wish people will know how busy I am and how I manage to just comport myself every single time I show up on Sunday. Like, I mean, I put my every emotion, I sit up and just put and just doing that, as if like everything. Some of you have been reaching out to you guys to do one thing or the other. Everything you guys that were doing up until now. I usually will do all of them. In fact, some of them I'll be working till 5 minutes to life. And you can imagine if it's somebody else, the person will just say, "Ah, it's not like anybody's paying me anything. After all, I still will make sure that everybody partake or get an opportunity. So why is it seeming like I should be the only one doing all the work?" So sometimes it comes to me. It comes to me. Everybody will do this, you do that, and all of a sudden, when you bring people on stage, they will just be comfortable talking. Nobody's even concerned. Is this woman is even is this lady even okay? So sometimes it comes to me up it comes up to me like that, right? So, but then you don't want to have an in into your experiences if they are not positive. Any positive experience, you bury it. It will be a gist, right? So that's what I want you to do. Like stories should come quite up. Like, okay, how investing in yourself. You're going to architectural school is a big investment, and you did not leave school halfway. You made sure you finished school. So that's contrary. You can even come up with an ideology in that direction. So contrary to the fact that a lot of people are always hailing that leave school, you can still be a graduate and find some other things. So now the goal is this. I'm saying I'm also when I'm talking now, I'm also saying this to Esther. So that when you're encouraging people to have skills, you people should or your team should have in mind that people are going to transition. Right, I'm talking to you guys now, not like as a medical doctor, but I transitioned into coaching, right? Because it's something I've done literally all my life. If I didn't know, if I didn't sit down and meditate on it, I wouldn't even think of it as a low hanging fruit. So you guys cannot be talking about it and you're just talking, oh, as though it would just seem like, okay, if you don't have skill, away. Okay, if you skill, because those people who eventually have skills, they will not even be listening to you because they'll be saying yes, yes. So it means that you should whose pain point are you trying to hit? Your team. Who are the people that you guys are looking to convert? Because that's why I told you guys, for those people in the gold team, you came up with community, came up with offers. You can't talk like this now. You leave money on the table. I mean, people will listen to you. Oh, nice, nice. Oh, she was able to transition. She was able to. The first time she worked with somebody. Okay, she works with somebody. That's all, and nobody can remember you. So I'm still talking about memory. Hey God, ability for people to remember you. Okay, so this is me. I'm still having. I didn't sleep well last night. Okay, so this is still me saying it again that you need to. What's the word now? You need to be memorable in your conversations. So your punchlines. I love what you did as regards. Okay, giving them in points. Okay, this, and this. But I think when it comes to those pricing, we can move those pricing, leave it for monetization group, even though they are not here. So I don't even know what they are doing. Who is the monetization here? Money in the money team.
None of them is there. Hmm.
We had this. I wish we had this talk earlier. I was hoping that you all might have run the idea across to yourselves. I even wanted you guys to have maybe spoken like this person will say their own full page. It's not okay, take topic and go and come up with something. I would have wanted you people to discuss. Then you people would have criticized yourself. It would have been super easy for you to know that okay, oh, if you're talking like this on your life, this okay, you might want to do this, you might want to do that and all. So I think I will let me just let you be for that. I'm hoping that you've documented some of the gaps. So I said for skills, you should look more at investments, as in investments people can make, as in demystifying payment money for anything, right? Demystify it. If you have if you might not want to say figures, but you can just say through your journey so pay attention to transitioning. Okay, so there are people who are currently here and they are wondering if they can actually start if they can actually start a skill, or I don't know how to say this word now, but I would want the money side of it so that it doesn't clash with the other thing, right? The money side of it should be you should be looking at investment. That's number one. Then number two, people's ability to transition. So you can come up with topics on, like, let's say why it was super easy. So you can see it as your story. So from your story, you can now stem it back to why it's super easy for you to actually just transition from being an architect into a graphic designer, and then of course how that is going to be super easier for what do they call it, people who would want to work with you as a virtual assistant can also get some of those tidbits. Then what you have done so far, the people you've worked with, your portfolio, that's based on what you've written, so that you're giving yourself off as this powerhouse that people can also trust at any time. T. That's what I would have for you. So I don't know. Do you have any questions as regards that? Because I think I've said a lot.
Well, I guess we have to restructure as a team because from what we like put together in the group, the format we were supposed to take, it was supposed to like flow from one person into the other. So I don't know. I think this would have to affect everybody's like parts now.
Not really. I don't think so. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't think it does. I don't think it does. Like from the corrections I made for her, she's gonna be talking about skills essentially. So when you're
Okay.
talking about skills, right, you should be seen talking about skills that somehow you have to tilt a little bit into tech. I even heard her mention tech, but she didn't really delve into it. So we're trying to talk about that. Okay, these are skills available. These are some of the. This is my story essentially. Skills. Okay, so you went from passion. So I love what she did. The bedrock was going from passion into skills, right? So from passion won't pay your bills. But then if you start paying attention from passion, how do you go from passion to skills? You still have to look at your low hanging fruits because okay, can I as a, let's say it's not like it's not achievable, but can I as a medical doctor wanting to transition all of a sudden start designing houses? It's possible though. There are people who have done it, but you know that it's something that would require a whole lot of work. So the
Dedication.
place of what's the word now? The place of you talking essentially about how your journey started, what you did, your investments. That's what I want. Like, if you're going to talk about money, the problem I have now is that we don't even have the main monetization team here. So I don't even know what the person will come and say.
Where's everybody?
Okay,
Okay.
so say something.
So
What is your challenge essentially? Just let me know so that
So I believe from what you said now, I just have to leverage on that transition and like link it with my journey, how I transitioned from architecture, into graphics design and virtual assistance, right? Personalize this more, make it more relatable.
okay. So and then your own portfolio. If you build your portfolio, you should already have like your journey so far, like what you are able to get so far from your journey. You should be able to communicate that. I would have loved to hear it too, because even you, Esther, I would have loved to hear. So as you're here, if people are not complete, right? Once we are done with everybody one round, I can just hear what you just snippets of what you now have gathered together in your mind as something you'd want to offer. I'd like to hear, because so that we don't come and just it will just be that, oh, you spoke, and then at the end of it you don't even have a call to action. Yes, so Evangeline, call to action. And then Esther, your call to action was too weak, was very, very weak, so that you don't give people that ideation of, okay, maybe you should work with me, okay, maybe you should consider. You don't want to give people an opportunity to be considering when they have found their own solution right where you are. You don't want to give that off. So I think I would let the next person speak, so that, so who else, who is the
Okay.
next person?
Mrs. Amaka is there. She was supposed to speak immediately after me.
Good evening, everyone. I'm so sorry that I still meet up with 8 o'clock. I'm very sorry. I'm so sorry. So, should I go ahead?
Yes,
Please
you
go
can.
ahead.
Okay. I'll be speaking basically on
Uh, digital network.
No, we can hear you. You're fine. You're frozen, but we can hear your voice.
I think that is network.
Oh God, have mercy on somebody. Okay, so I think she's
I am
frozen. Yeah. So
tired.
the
I
next person, please, so
agree.
that we
I
don't lose time.
agree. I've been up. Can I go? I need to go. I need to go and rest. My back everywhere is paining me like this.
Chinasa, you're in team what? Team what?
It's
What's your team?
consistency. Consistency.
I can hear you people.
Where are your people? Where
Okay.
are your people?
Let me say my own. I
Where are your
don't know
people?
where they are the ones that told me that we are having this lecture, and I'm shocked that they are not here. I'm tired. I need to go and rest.
Okay, so I think I'm beginning
Please,
to
can I go
sleep.
ahead? Sorry, I
We
don't
Okay,
know.
went
The
to
they're
church
network
even
is
since
here.
not.
morning, ba.
They're here.
Please go ahead.
Okay, I was
God.
talking about how to improve your skills and develop yourself in order
Please go
to get
ahead.
monetized at the end of the day. So, what are these things you're supposed to do in order to improve your skills? Improving your skills require a combination of learning, practicing, and then consistent. You can't just say you have a skill and then you're not making effort to remain relevant. And in order for you to remain relevant, you have to keep learning, you have to be consistent, and then you have to be open to feedbacks. So I listed out some points here that will help improve your skills and help you develop yourself. One of the points which I listed here is that you should
Mrs. Blessing, I think you're
hey
something is
God,
going
what's
on. Your
happening?
mic. Some-
Can
Can
you
we
hear
all
me?
hear for tomorrow, please, as much
Hello,
as
can you hear
possible?
me?
Oh. Yes, please. Let's if you can
Hello.
have a broadband Wi-Fi. Yes, we can hear you.
This is what's that? So as I was saying, having a skill is one thing, then you upskilling yourself is another thing. And you upskilling yourself has to do with you being open to learning and then being consistent. What are these things that will help you to upskill yourself? Number one, you have to set goals, just like I said. Setting goals means you telling yourself, okay, I know I have this skill. I know I'm good at what I do. I know I'm good in this field. So when setting a goal means that I want to enroll either in a class or you learn. There are different platforms available now which we can learn. Some of these platforms are Coursera, Future Learn, Udemy, and the rest of them. These are opportunities you have to upskill what you already know. As a virtual assistant, I know that naturally administrating organization comes to me like easily. So in order for me to remain relevant, what did I do? I had to enroll in these classes, and then enrolling in this monetization class is another way for me to is another way I want to use to get paid through the passion I have. So I'm sorry. So I get learning from all these platforms, organizing yourselves will really help you to become relevant at the end of the day. Another point which I listed here Another point which I listed here is continuous learning and practicing regularly. Continuous learning and practicing regularly. After enrolling in these classes and learning what you've learned, how do you get to put those things that you've learned into practice? You have to do it consistently and regularly. By doing these things consistently and regularly, it means that you have to give yourself up for volunteering or you give yourself up for internship in a situation where you don't have those those things at hand, what do? You can practice by yourself. You can offer to just help people around you. I know you always say, doctor, you always say that our first clients are family members, which is actually true. So you can give yourself up, okay, I offer your services to people around you in order to become relevant, in order not to forget what you have learned. As a virtual assistant, I know that, okay, I've been able to enroll in some classes, I've learned email management and the likes. So how do I remain relevant? I have to be practicing what I've been taught. So another thing again you have to do is to seek feedback. You have to seek feedback as a virtual assistant, not just the virtual assistant, as one that have a skill and want to be good at what you do. You have to be open to criticism. You don't know it all. You don't know it all. So you just have to be open to the fact that people will give you their feedback. Sometimes it could be painful. They will say the truth is always bitter, but you just have to be open to the fact that yes, people will want to correct you. Be open to learning. In this state that we're in now, we should be open to learning, relearning, and unlearning. Is a phase in life, and in order for you to really upskill yourself, you just have to open your heart to all of that. So finally, I want to leave us with this. Ah, Jesus. Finally, can you hear me? Hey, Jesus. Network.
Crystal
Can you
clear.
hear me now?
We
Yes.
can hear you.
Yes.
Okay. Finally, I want to leave us with this. In order for your skill,
Oh, Chimo. Please
Dr.
go ahead.
Mayanochi, in order for you to remain relevant, in order for your skills to remain relevant, you have to stay motivated. Staying
Oh, what
motivated
of
will not
the
come
blood of
easy.
Jesus. Go ahead, ma.
Staying motivated will not come easy, but you just have to. You There are times along the journey where you want to give up. There are times when you feel discouraged. Like I'll use myself for instance now. I know I'm just starting out on this virtual assistant part. And in fact, before I dived into it, I was thinking that it's one easy thing that once I come in, you get the jobs. Before coming in, I was just seeing the jobs everywhere and all of that. So coming in now, I'm not seeing that it's not as I thought. So I just have to stay motivated. Sometimes I just want to give up. But I'll just tell myself, how about you're just starting? What about people that have been there for months, for years before you? So you have to open up to getting encouragement from people out there and then you keeping yourself motivated. So finally, I would like to say that your skills is very important. Consistency is also important because you want to get paid at the end of the day. You don't just want to remain with what you have. You want the world to see you. You want to be a global brand. So being consistent will bring that money to our pockets. Thank you very much.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Okay. So I don't know. From what you discussed, you were just I don't what were your head points? Give me your four arrow points that you were supposed to discuss. Because somehow you entered, I was like, consistency people, I hope they are here. Consistency people, if she entered your topic, just say yes. If she did not, just say nay. So that we already know that we've quit her. Did she enter your territory?
Yes. Yes. But it's okay. If she's the last person, it's as if she's
Okay,
introducing
so
us into the
She's
game.
not the last person.
I'm not
Wahala
the
day
okay.
last
now.
to-
She's not the last person.
I'm not the last.
Okay, because the thing I'm having now, the challenge I'm having is that one of the things I noticed was that it's like even what I was trying to tell Evangeline, because you were the one who started talking about where to get those skills from, and that is awesome. Okay, where to get those skills. I think Evangeline, what did I say you should focus on? Because I noticed another three or two of you in front. None of
Somebody.
you talked about where to get the skills. So she started talking about Coursera. She started talking about Udemy. She started talking about e-learning. You can
Teacher
even talk
line.
about LinkedIn learning. So you might just want to
Mm.
go deep. Okay, so is it possible? Is it going to be too much if I say, okay, you should research around as in where people can get skills, as in what institutions where people can get skills? Is it too much? Is it
No,
too much?
no.
Okay. Now all those things you're learning, right? All those things you're learning. Where are you now? Which are you in ALX? Are you done with yours?
No, 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 no. I did one class with Umfon Akpan. I don't know if you know her. Umfon Akpan. I didn't do ALX.
Okay, no, I don't know her.
Yes. Okay. I did her simulation
Okay,
class.
okay. So
Yes.
which are the courses? Okay, which courses? Like, give me the topics. Email management. What and what have you done so far?
Email management, social media management, what they call it now, project management, um, project management, what they call it now, lead generation. I think that's the ones I can remember for now. Email management, social media management,
So
lead
you know that
generation,
if you had
project
followed
management.
everything we've been okay, okay, awesome. Do you know all these things that you have? You cannot be saying that you're just starting. In fact, that statement, if you just say you're just starting from this backstage, I'll just click. Heaven help me that me and together with network will just chase you from stage. Because, like I said, your conversations tomorrow is also to position yourself as somebody will want to get on board to work with. It's just that I
Okay.
don't know how busy
Okay.
you are, whether you want to gradually transition. So you don't want to be giving off yourself as a newbie, right?
Okay.
You don't want to be giving yourself off as a newbie. And then I think you missed our community class. The community class, you missed it, Abby. Because by now,
Which
you
of
would have
them?
already had people like what I would have asked you to do as somebody who, if I was starting, if I was starting today, every topic I learn, I will have a video tutorial on it. Hi everyone, you're welcome. My name is Dr. Vivian Magnus, and today I'm going to be taking you through how to do email management. Just follow me. Number
Wow.
one step is download, let's say MailChimp, or download what's the second one safe that I know that people usually use. There are a lot of them. I use MailChimp mainly, but people can use other ones. I think there's
Mm.
I can't remember the other name, right? And now I just found out Luma, right? First thing you're going to have to do is decide what app you would want to use for your email management. For the purpose of today's tutorial, I'm going to be using just one, and maybe that just one is the only one you know. But when you go on, when you're browsing, when you're developing your script for the class, one thing you might
Mm.
want to do is that once you can browse others, even the others that you cannot use, just browse so that you can just say it randomly. Okay, so hello everyone, my name is Dr. Vivian Magnus, and today, as your very special virtual assistant, I'm going to be teaching you how to start your journey in email management. Okay, so this is what I'm going to have to help you do. I usually will use MailChimp, but there are other apps that you can as well use. Okay, so there are this, so you can name like four other, you can write it on your script and put it beside your camera. You can download a teleprompter and put a second phone right before you, right? Me, I try, my brain, because of how I've stretched myself these days. I don't even want to see script at all. But if you're starting out, you don't want to feel like maybe you should have said something. Maybe you should have said something. Okay, so you're on the video now. So you've said MailChimp. So for the purpose of this video, we're going to be using MailChimp. Stage one, please just go ahead, type on your Google Chrome or whatever app you have, or Apple Store, whatever it is. Just type MailChimp. You do it on your video. You just write it and put it beside yourself. You can even screenshot. You can even do a screen recording. There are many tools that you can use for screen recording, right? I think on some phones you can actually just use your phone screen recording, right? Or you can use your laptop. There are some apps. I don't know. Some people can help here. Then I used to use one clip clam. It's just I've not had time now.
Okay.
If not, as
Mm.
I'm hoping that by the time I'll have all of as many of you who are helping me and strengthening me out, that's when I'll start my ginger. If I've not even seen anything, so back to what we're discussing. So Mailchimp, you now say, okay. So for the purpose of our discussion today, Mailchimp. Then you can point your hand like this. Then you use the put the graphic of Mailchimp so that this is how to recognize the brand. Okay, the first step you're going to do is download, add. So all those steps that they taught you, right? Collect whether you're going to build your list email list from fresh, or you're going to impute from an already a file already you have probably, or a Google form or an Excel spreadsheet. Take it, load it up, how to customize, how to develop templates. You see that me, it's not even, I'm not doing what people are doing, but all these things I sat down to learn it, right? So that nobody will tell me that, oh, Vivian, I can't help. And today, most times I run into trouble because sometimes I get super busy and I don't follow up. If I hear Bararam, I'll just try and scribble something because, like we said, excellence is excellence, right? So this is what you should have been doing now. You're not supposed to be. Do you know? Do you know? I mean, it's my first time. It's not supposed to last more than 1 week. My first time is not supposed to last more than 1 week. I'll tell you guys again. I always tell you guys. I said we started when we started Phoenix Gate this week. In fact, we launched Phoenix Gate with a challenge. That's I don't know anything in quotes, because if I was like you now, you would just come on life and be saying, I don't know anything about this link, no, but let's just see where we are going. That's what you be saying now. You don't want to. I beg go. It's Phoenix Gate, so you don't want to give off that. So I'll say again. So maybe what you're going to do is, like, you didn't start out, hello everyone, my name is Blessing Chiamaka. I am this. I help you. So if you have done your summaries, your professional you see that some of you people are just shooting yourself on the leg. It's obvious that you've not done your assignment. If you've done your professional summary, you can just say, "Hi, my name is Blessing Chamaka. I help this. For the purpose of today's conversation, I am going to be teaching you places where you can find your skills or you might want to pay attention." Okay, so when I started my journey, so I've already given you, or you can say one punchline about skills based on your topic. Then once you give that punchline, then you can now say, wait, well, I'm going to let you know. Some of you, I know that you're already already under pressure, just like I was, because I'm hoping that by tomorrow there's no pressure on you. So you, because you're not going to be saying that you're under any pressure, right? So one of the things you say is, you're all these emotions you're giving me now. You have to present it as a past tense, right? Because I'm hoping that after my conversation with you now, it's more like a deliverance, right? I take you out, bring you into where I am so that you can converse easily. So one of the things you're going to say is, okay, so I was just like all of you also a few months ago or a few weeks ago. Just say it. Okay, I was super confused. So this is you. You're going to say your people are literally going to buy into you by your experiences, but not painting your experiences in a way that it's a disadvantage for you. If an experience, so I'm saying this so that everybody who is listening now should pay attention. If an experience is negative, you need to ensure that before tomorrow. So that's why we're doing this rehearsal now. You tell yourself what you need to hear and what you need to move forward with so that every other conversation that is negative can come in the past. So you can see what I did when I wrote that story about women. That was essentially my experience before I documented. In fact, what I wanted to post for the day, I ended up not posting. Even now, I have my post for the day, but I don't like my post going live and I'm not there. Okay, so that's why I can't post until I'm done with this meeting. So one of the things I would normally do is say it as the past. If you come and you're saying, okay, I'm confused, and everybody would just be wondering, okay, you're confused, so why are you speaking here? So you should not speak if you're confused. So one of the things I would say is it's just all these emotions. So I'm sure that as I'm speaking right now, a lot of people are confused. See, I was there. I've been able to do this, yet it was seeming as though, okay, what I was doing was not important. But anyway, if you are here and you're willing to learn, one thing is sure, there are certain places where you need to put your eyes on, like Coursera. So you might want to go and browse those places. Coursera, this, and that. Call the names. Call how if whatever tools you use for your email management. So you cannot just say email management now. And please, we're not. I might not. What's it called, on the platform, except if the person, the goal is. Just still saying it now, so that everybody who is here, we go through a lot to bring people to come out on Sundays, right? So if you'd want to market anybody other than yourself, I'm not going to be so happy about it, because look at us now, we're stretching, we're awake at night. Then you come online and you're complaining that the person teach you how to draw a bar, and the person is not part of the community. It might be it's somewhat. So I'm saying it now because I know that when I say be tell your story, I'm not saying that you start shouting ALS for some of you who said ALS or any other name. It's just that you're going to tell how you came in, what role you essentially played, and then what were the things. So I was as confused as you all are. I had my background in business, even though, okay, so you can talk about your years in business. So if your, what do they call it, your present skills are not as strong, strong as your past. So if you've done marketing for over 15 years, your academics as well, because like I said, nobody would work with you now, they work with your history. So if they see that you're a very diligent person, somebody can decide to work with you simply because you're diligent, and they can be patient through correcting you. They'll be telling you, okay, you can do this and that. But if you already shoot yourself on the foot, you won't have anywhere. So somebody will just say, oh, that one, oh, blessing, hey, she speaks so well, but she's a learner too, like us. So it's now other people, maybe the people that will contact you, they'll be like, I beg, come and help me do this thing. I don't have money. So, but you already have positioned yourself in that way, so you can't blame them. Okay. So back to our conversations again. What I would want you to do is, so you have introduced yourself, your portfolio summary, right? Your professional summary. Then you can you introduce that. Your introduction is essential. What's the word? It's essentially your
Essentially.
name and then your professional summary. Then you can now add that punchline that you did at the beginning, something very concrete. If people will, so I'm saying it again, if people will have a very well known, well, I don't know, because one of the things I noticed is now that some people are also trademarking their name so that it can have this name. And we don't know that it's trademarked and we just lose it. I'm just saying, so you can just after you can say a quote, right? You can say um a quote that means a quote that is relevant to the topic. You can just say it so that it's a punchline, right? Then you can now, after that punchline, you can soften the atmosphere, right, by now saying your own story. Okay, initially, from my journey, like I said earlier, I was something. I have over 15 years in marketing. So if motherhood, okay, can you all hear me? I think network is dealing with everybody.
It's breaking.
Let me see the people. Okay. So like I said, one of the things you're going to amplify. Okay, so why the question is you went from your story. So you went from this how many years here. So you decided that because of you can, if it's motherhood, you might want to say motherhood or anything that made you decide. Why did you decide on virtual assistant, right? So now this is essentially, now you decided on virtual assistant, your skills, places you learned this particular skill, this particular skill, this. So you might want to highlight this specific skills. You learned this skill, and you. So like I said, if you had been creating videos right now on what you normally do, if you had been creating videos, it would have been super easy because all your scripts, you see, all your scripts for all those videos, it will just be aligning in your head. In fact, your mouth will just be running like water, right? But then, of course, like we said, you can start on Monday, right? You can start on Monday by doing one video at a time. You can just decide these things. Like I said, it's only boot camp is just so that you are jump started, right? It's now your own consistency that will deliver what you want to yourself. Like I said, it would have been lovelier if you had started, and I think you missed that community class. Did you come for? No, I didn't see you in that class.
Which of them?
I didn't see you in that class. I don't
Which of
me.
the
I don't even
classes?
know what is wrong. I don't pray tire. As in, how is it that people will pay money and you'll be chasing them up and down for
Which of
class?
the classes?
In
Is
fact,
it
up to
the YouTube
today, I
class?
still cannot. The day that we did, yes. Were you there?
Yes, I was in the class now, the YouTube class.
Were
Yes.
you there?
Yes.
Okay, so when were you going to start doing your videos?
Uh, the issue I have, okay, I've
Don't
been
worry.
thinking about
Let me not
coming up with
stretch you.
a name, and then I've been trying to rehearse behind the camera.
Hello, you said?
I, I said I've been trying to come up with a
Okay,
name, a
awesome.
YouTube
I think
name,
that's a good step.
and then
Rehearsing behind the camera is a good step.
I'm rehearsing behind the camera. Yes.
Okay, I think it's beautiful, but like this idea that I gave you now, I'm hoping that any other person here who would want to leverage, please leverage on it, right? You can actually start by, let's say you say on Monday, you're going to release one video teaching something. Then release 2 videos. See, we're all in the community now. Why you can still ask questions. Somebody, okay, that if screen recording is not something that comes to you naturally, you can just ask somebody and say, okay, how can I do this? Because you can tell yourself in a week, I will already I'll roll out this amount of videos. Because the truth is, if you are giving up this insecurity vibe, it's going to be hard to get people even join your community. So I'm saying that this, so you didn't really say what you wanted to offer people, what you want them to do for you. I'm like,
Okay.
why you people? Why? Sometimes I feel like, oh
We
God,
can't hear you, ma. The network is breaking.
I can just open people's brain and just be sharing some of the ideas I have, just small, small. So there's no pressure, provided you're able to do what you can do now. But just know, like I said, just like what I said before now, none of you don't have any time. So if you're there watching Netflix, you don't have time. Oh. Because if you're enjoying yourself as a somebody who would man a community, you should be seen giving up things. So by now, as of that last class, when we're talking about videos, all your videos should have already been dropping one by one. So even if it's 2 people that will watch, it's not your business, right? Even if it's 3 people that will watch, one day you can make a call. Like I said again, some of you, the reason why you didn't have some people jump on your offers is because normally you don't stay on the platform. I'm like, you can't join a boot camp and you're not in the platform. You leave money. In fact, somebody will comment. Some of you, even to reply your comments, somebody must have said, I'm interested, that you're not there. And you come because you will put your own is your rush to post another day, day two. Let me post day two. Let me go to another day and post. Let me curate post. So you find out that already you're having this money come your way, but you're not converting. So that's what I'm hoping that everybody, this is another opportunity, that this is now this class now. This is, I'll call it revision. Because that's what I'll call this class now. Because there's nobody. I don't know. Is it I'm expecting too much? You people should tell me, oh, let me not put anybody's child into challenge, because me, I know how long it took me to. I said we started finish gate, the name finish gate started this week. Next week, I'm saying it now so that everybody can stop demystifying things. Phoenix Gate as a name started this week. Next week, we were on a challenge. In fact, my, what do they call it? My CAC document, everything. Because me, I used to do wholesale. Oh. I don't know how people will be doing, and we're hoping that as soon as the name, I spoke to some people, and it came to my spirit that I could hold on to this. I went on to register the name. So the Phoenix Gate you're seeing is registered. It's not Janine Jaka. Yes, even when I did not have the money from the ones that I had, the monies that would normally, like I said, I will also still say it again. If you are here and your husband gives you money, my husband gives me money. I'm not going to lie. Monthly, for that matter, I don't have to wait until I need anything. He always, every day, my husband sends me money every day. It's just because there's something, an agreement we had together, right? So it means that I can decide not to even ginger you people, and I'm fine. I'm just saying this now, so that if there's anybody here who thinks maybe because you are seeing money, that's why you should not push, it negates the whole purpose of work for a man. Please don't do that to yourself. Don't do that to yourself. And I'm not saying that there's any problem with that. Oh, I still wrote it in my post the day before yesterday, or yesterday, that there is, if you don't want to do anything, it's still fine. No, but can we just win small? At least, ladies, let's just try. Let's just try and win. Eh? And see, most of us were the ones that will register for courses, but we're the same ones that will not come. I'm like, do you know what other people would do? They will just do one class, 3 weeks. If I call it 3 weeks event, I say 21 days challenge. The only thing I'm supposed to do is I'll meet people Sunday, Sunday. And you know that Sunday event is enough. I'll just be saying, my students, I hope none of you should miss that class. Whatever is happening, none of you should meet our events, because it's going to be tailored for you guys. And that's what I would have been doing. And I'll be chilling. But every single day, I'll even type something. Some of you will sit and you not even respond. People don't think we used to see read receipts. I don't understand. You will not even give your assignment, you refuse to do. I'm like, sometimes when I just think about it, I used to say, for how much, Steph? These people that are doing this thing for maybe it's because of the money. If I maybe put it as 1 million, some of you will now understand why I'll be chasing you up and down. So you can see that this is more like an opportunity again. So okay, I finished ranting as a mother eagle. So back to myself, right? You find out that this opportunity to speak right now will give you a stance, right, to now get other people will come and see on the platform and invite you again to their own and speaking events. People are looking for speakers up and down. So I told you guys, if you have already niched down to any specific things, people want you. They really want you. That's just the truth. They want you. So the goal is, if you had started those recordings from the last time we had that class, you'd have found out that by now somebody would just call you randomly and say, hey, somebody can just enter your DM and say, okay, yes, about what you thought about email management. That's so lovely. I'm super confused. Do you know that you can even you can tell the person, okay, the only thing I can do is I just have 15 minutes. If you want a long-term access to me, please, it's not like I would love to teach you freely, but I've seen that every time I've worked with people who don't pay for things, they don't value it. If you don't mind, I just need a commitment from your side. If you don't even have the heart to charge somebody, you can ask the person, how much do you have? If a person says, okay, the person has 5,000, you can say, no, no, no. It's not like it's bad though. Like I said, 5,000 is okay. It's very nice. But if you are more, okay, so if you have 10 more people that want to learn together with you, just go and tell them to come. 10 more people, the person go and look for 10 more people. He might end up just having 5 people. You say, okay, both of them should gather them, fix a date. You come and teach. People don't, leaving money on the table, but sincerely, I don't even know. I don't even know. So, like I'll say it again, nobody will trust somebody who is not stepping out. So, me, sometimes when I'm pressured, I'm like, these
Network.
guys, I mean, okay, a meeting, you don't even know that some of the conversations, the people who miss today's class now will be somewhere saying that, oh, they are frustrated, they don't know how to start something. And these are how conversations can literally change your life when we're talking about things like this. So, me, I already have my scripts. Topics to December are already out for the Phoenix Gate. Scripts of my own, what did you call it? My own YouTube videos that I'm supposed to be running personally are already out. But sometimes I'm just super worried. I just want to make sure that, okay, these people have committed to me. I don't want them to just pass through these 3 weeks and they have nothing to show for it, or they didn't even make at least move from A to B. And I've realized that it's maybe becoming I'm too ambitious for people, and it's very bad. It's always better that it's the other way around, that you're more ambitious for what you want to do. So we're talking about passion to paycheck, and even some of us here, I'm not even seeing the passion in your eye. So passion to paycheck in your conversation, to be obvious that this is what I want to do with myself right now. And that is why I am here to tell you that exactly this is my process. And if you really want to be taken from A to B, I am here. I'm that person for you. I can do this, I can do this, I can do that, I can do this. Jump on board. But the challenge most of us are having is that you're already looking down on what you have to serve. I mean, how can somebody trust you if you don't trust yourself? And you trusting yourself is just one story. You just sit down like this and tell yourself, you see this thing, I'm going to do it. You see this thing, I'm going to do it. And for me, I did it. I said, you know what it means to gather people this week and next week? We're already doing live events every week, and every week past, we're going to 7 months now, and we never missed a week that we told some people that, oh, anyway, they did not even pay us. Today, I'm not doing anything. I did not dishonor people like that. So it's even me also telling you people how to frame your mind, so that even if you host your event, you host your challenge, you host your classes, and it's one person, you don't dishonor. Do you know what a human being is? That's why I come out like this. That's why I'm chasing people up and down. But the way it is now, I don't know. God will help us. Because if it's by writing exam, all of you like this, I will give people repeat, repeat. And people know what repeat is. You will pay school fees and come back again. And if people come back again, and I've told you when I was wiring the boot camp, with all honesty, I know that the beauty of business, I'm saying it now for all of you who are already doing businesses, is to have repeat customers. I mean, but your customers are also buying from you. So you see that a lot of people preach it a whole lot. For me, the way I wire, I literally pour my life out. But I don't know. I've seen very few people that just picked one fire and ran. That passion, oh, I'm hoping that as we're going to talk about it tomorrow, how we used to all pray preach in church, all of you pray, Lord, I have passion for this thing I'm offering. Lord, I have passion for this thing I'm going to talk about. As I'm talking, let people literally hear that I'm passionate about this thing. I'm hoping that this is a prayer all of you will pray this night, because so far we're all doing amazing. At least you show that we all just brought it to heart and then decided to do something about it. But I think we can do better. I think we can do better. And for me, I would say my own, what do you call it? If I'm going to be my all of you repeat class, all of you, because people did not do anything. From your conversations, I didn't see that, oh, your professional summary is something that you always just talk about. And it's some of your posts every single time, bringing some form of memory, so that every time anybody comes to your post, they know that, oh, this is what you can do for them. You can't write a whole post and at the end of it you say agree. Of course, it's what people do, right? You can't just stop at agree. You should be able to tell them, I know you've laughed or you've enjoyed my post so far, but okay, this is what I do, so that people can also, when they are reading your post like that every time, they might not have the money now to get you involved, but when it's an opportunity, when an opportunity comes up, they'll just say yes. There's Mrs. Chiamaka. I know Mrs. Chiamaka. She does virtual assisting very well, and she, in fact, email management is where she has, I mean, she can do it all day all night for you. Just call her. So please, that's what I want everybody to do. I think I've stayed too long for that correction. So I'll take, who is the next person now? I'll take Chinazo. Chinazo Ngwangwan. Chinazo looks like she's coming from Holy Ghost service. Please go ahead and speak. Let's see. Chinazo, if you can hear me, go ahead and speak. Your mic is muted. Is it just me or I'm not hearing her? Who else is hearing her? Make we know where we did like this.
We're not hearing her.
We're not hearing her.
Chinazo, what is going on? What is going on? Excuse me. I even wrote it. I put it in that summary now. When I wrote that Mother's Day summary, I wrote it. The video that is attached to that Mother's Day, I say Mother's Day, International Women's Day, was exactly what I'm saying here now. If people had 1 minute video, you would have known that, see, the most important thing is not necessarily, it's about, even if it's one thing that you decided to be known for, as you're expanding your reach, you're saying, I am this, so I do this, but you're learning behind. I do this, but you're learning behind. You're you're much more better off, right, than somebody who is not even making any attempt, somebody who is there doing analysis paralysis. I talked about those women that are twerking. In fact, I was sitting on my own. Some of them on YouTube, they are almost 1 million subscribers. Almost both of them. I said, God forbid. And I wish I could call their names here, because, but they might see this video maybe in 20 years' time and they'll be discouraged, because maybe by then they have. I said, this true. These ladies, they twerk. They would they have boldness to twerk and people will just be watching. Then us that have value, you now be scared. And guess what? Every video every day is that twerking video every day. So you cannot even, so if somebody comes to you and say every time you're always talking about how to write, you should understand the mindset that these people have, that they every day. I mean, they don't even come and say anything else. Sometimes if they are feeding
Can
their
you all
children, they'll
hear
still be
me?
twerking. So, and those people are mothers. So they are not even discouraging themselves in any way. They are not even feeling like the world is all around them, or they are going to lose, they are going to fail. Then you, that you have spent money, you have learned email management, you have learned this one, you understand that this thing is a mindset thing, and except you start telling yourself the truth, you will delay your progress unnecessarily. Okay, so let's go the next person quickly.
Can
So
you all
please,
hear
all
me?
those scripts, people should rewrite. Yes, we can hear you now. Excellent.
Okay. Okay, let me. Hello, everyone. My name is Chinazo Izim. I'm a corporate lawyer, an advocate for soft skills. Chinazo is spelled Chinzo. Ezim is Ezzim. Today I'll be talking about consistency in corporate compliance, how we ensure that our company or our businesses are compliant. When I started my legal journey as a corporate lawyer, my madam, my first employer, she was a very busy woman. She used only one day to teach me. She just told me, Chinazo, follow me to CSC and FIRS. I followed her. She'll be working, she'll be telling me, see how you will do it. See how you will do it. That was the only day she had the opportunity to teach me. But because of consistency, I picked up all those things that she taught me. The next day, I started working on them. She gave me her documents. You know, when you are in possession of people's company materials, that's when CAC was still, we still go to their office to do our work. You are with someone's original documents. You start thinking, if something happened to this document, what will happen to me? I can be with 5 companies' certificates, and I'll be walking on the road. I'll be so scared. What if someone robs me? What if this happens? But that gave me the courage that whatever you want to do it better. The next day that I entered the commission, I was a novice, but nobody knew that it was my first time. I'll just use indirect one ask, this floor, where is it leading to? They will tell me where it's leading to. I will go there and do my work. The day that my employer sent me to banks, because she works with bankers too, she sent me to bank to collect our document for company searches. We do the searches. I started doing, you have to list out all the things that you know about the company, whatever whatever things that are wrong with their company, if they've paid their annual returns, if their tax clearance is paid, if they are owing back bank in any way or in any form. I'll gather all those information, type it out, send it to the company, and write my own report, or send it to the bank and write my own report of all the things that they have to do. Consistency. The first week I started that work, it wasn't easy. I failed. I lost money. But my madam saw how good I was, that I was ready to learn. She allowed me to make my mistakes. The only thing is that she will correct me on that. When I worked with banks, I found out that most companies don't pay their annual returns. And I was opportune to ask some of them why they don't like paying their annual return. They say that they don't use the company. That is only once a year or twice a year that they use their companies. I had to advise them that making your company compliant gives you opportunities. You running healthcare, looking for how the lawyer that will help you out at the dime minute to file your annual returns when you are bidding for a contract. If you had done it previously, you won't have that problem. So I always advise my clients, whenever you have the opportunity or the funds to pay for your annual return, do it. Whenever you have the opportunity to pay for your taxes, do it. When I see 1,000 list of companies that have not paid their annual return, what is annual return used for? It is used to make your company, arrange your company document, put it on CAC database, make sure that you are in their register. If you are not in CAC register, your company might lose its money in the bank. And it happens to more than 1,000 companies in 2020. They went to bank to collect their money. The bank has told them that their company is not in existence. When you have millions of naira in Nigerian bank and they will tell you that it's now government money, how will you feel? There is nothing you can sue, because if you are to sue CAC, they will check their register and your name is not there. There is nothing you can do. That money becomes government money, and nobody wants that to happen to him or her. Also, when it comes to paying of tax, most of us companies that pay tax, but a business name, which normally is sole proprietorship, also pays tax. NGO pays tax. But when it comes to NGO tax, it's based on payee, pay as you earn, and is always for the employees of the NGO, because we know that NGO, they don't make money. They just offer their services, assist people that are less privileged. But when they have employees and they pay the employees' salary, they need to pay their tax. That's pay as you earn. That's payee tax. When it comes to business name, you, the owner of the business, if you buy in partnership, you and your partner will pay personal income tax. And if the work, like let me say the business that you are doing, the buying and selling, you sell clothes, you pay for VAT too. You sell minerals, you sell drinks, any type of drink, you pay value added tax too. When it comes to company, you pay your company income tax, that's the CIT. You also pay VAT if your company is doing the work that requires value added tax, which I've listed some of them. And when you pay your tax for value added taxes, it is paid monthly. And you start
Chinazo,
for
let me
companies
interrupt a bit.
six
Can you hear me?
months. Yes, I can hear you. Esther,
Can
can
you
you
hear
hear
me?
me? Vivian, I can hear you.
Is something also wrong with me? Can Okay, awesome. So I think I'm having a challenge with your line of thoughts. It's not seeming to blend. I love the topic you're taking. I'm even thinking that yes, I would have to come up with a I can add it, I can add you as one of the lead speaker for a training that I want to have. But for the sake of this context of this conversation, I think you're veering a bit off. It's not like there's anything wrong. Your stories were perfect in line of consistency. But right now, okay, you're discussing value added tax. Like, how does it consistency? How does my value added tax come? Like, I don't know. The topic is a bit off. Your story, lovely about how you were able to get. In fact, I think so far in terms of being you taking me, you literally took me through your journey, and I love it. Like it's something I can remember, and I like the way you sound and all that, so I can easily remember what you said tomorrow, right? But then I'm going towards value added tax, NGO, 6 months. It's seeming like you're staying away for long. Of course, there are things that you can mention in passing. Okay, let's see if you say consistency helped you get a particular job. Maybe something happened. Maybe your client was not able to, or consistency in looking for an opportunity in a particular direction gave you that job. Or do you understand? Or okay, well, I know that most of you were post and go, so
Yes.
I don't know what I'm going to ask you. If in all your okay, in these few weeks that you showed up in terms of your offer, did you get any opportunity? Just highlighting what consistency has done for you, because I think this
Okay.
your topic. We have to come up with a topic for it because I know I need it. I know I need it. And I know that the community needs it. And that's where you have more people registering under you. I don't remember, was it last week or last week? Somebody was asking me. But because I've not seen you people so closely, I organize meeting and I no go come. You people don't know what Phoenix Gate is though. As in, some of you don't know. That's why you used to
I
miss
go
these
for your
meetings. You
meetings.
don't know
I've
what
not
it is.
missed any
Because I'm
meeting.
literally, are
I've
you
not
sure?
missed any meeting.
Are you sure? Because you cannot, if you, have you been doing my
Yes.
assignments? Because the way you're conversing now, I don't know. Okay.
Uh, uh,
So just give me a
maybe it's because
moment.
of how my team arranged.
Okay, so what did he tell you to do? Your team, what did your team essentially tell you to do? What did they give you?
Okay.
What did they say you should do for them?
There's someone that does
Where's the
introduction.
rest of the
After
people
the
in your team? Who
introduction,
again is in your team?
uh, Mommy BME is in my team.
Esther, please, can you check on the graphics guy? Is he ready?
No, he hasn't messaged me yet. Let me just send him a message.
Mommy BME is in my team.
Okay, mommy, BME, please, can you help us speak? I don't know whether is it
How
just me because
consistency.
I'm sorry I had to stop you halfway. Is it just me? Is it just me? I think somebody's talking with her on the background. Mrs. BME, were you listening in when she was talking? What do you think? Was that what you people planned? Okay, so your mic is muted.
I'm
You
not sure
muted your
she's
mic.
hearing you. I'm not sure she's hearing.
Are you sure?
Our screen is frozen from my end.
Because she's not even that emote. It's not frozen, no, it's moving. But I think her network because it's rolling right now. Okay.
Yes. Okay, the graphics guy
Okay,
said he's almost done.
I understood what you said. The only thing is that when it comes to the compliance aspect, I have to just tell the story in a shorter version, and I will move to the ending part of it of how consistency has helped in the business that I am doing.
No, one of the things you can do is like even when you're telling your story, okay, being able to be consistent. That was how you were able to learn this, learn that. What are the general rules for consistency? Who else is taking what? What are the other topics? Let me know because there's supposed to be
Yeah,
some
is the
quotes that you're
lady
supposed
that
to be.
talked hammering on.
Wh-
Okay,
Who
it's
is the
because
person?
there's a lady, the first person that talked in our last meeting. I've forgotten her name. She's the one that is taking most of
Okay,
it.
sorry, do you
Us,
mind
we
if I
take
say
where
something?
it's no problem.
Hello, Mrs. BME.
Oh, my God.
BME, sorry. I'm almost calling you as if south south.
Sorry, can I
Hello,
shed
ma.
more light on that? Yes, please. Can I
Yes,
shed light on that?
yes.
Please go ahead.
Good evening, doctor. Can
Please
I
go
shed
ahead.
more light on that? Can you hear me, doctor?
Absolutely, please.
Okay, thank you. Good evening, everyone. So
Yes, I can hear
Rafa
you.
is to Rafa and the assistant. Okay, so Rafa, if I'm correct, I'm not sure maybe that's the pronunciation of her name. Rafa said she will be taking the opening. Then she's to take the opening, followed by the assistant. I'm not sure of the assistant's name. Then I think one other person was to come on board. So I haven't done all of that. She now said they are going to call on us one after the other to speak for like maybe 2 or 3 minutes each, and she will also wrap up the session. So that was the idea that was communicated on the platform.
Okay, that's what I'm saying now. Based on what you're
And she did ask
What
us if we were in agreement with it,
Chinazo is
and
saying
majority
now,
said
is
yes,
it
including
from the
myself.
topic and what you all interpreted it as a group? How do you think this was really what you guys planned? I just want to be sure so that it wouldn't be like it's a one-sided review.
Um,
Okay, I think you didn't hear me. Mrs. Ibi and me. I okay, network. Lord help us for tomorrow.
um,
Who is calling me now?
Chinazo, Mrs. Chinazo, can you hear me, please?
Now, Mrs.
Yes, the picture you sent for the flyer,
Please.
the
Yes.
okay, the picture you sent for the flyer, the graphic designer said
Okay.
the fact that you're sitting on a chair is giving him some issues. Do you have another picture?
The one that I'm standing is a full picture, not half, but I will find another one and send.
Okay,
I'll find another one and send.
thank you.
Okay. Vivian, so that we will not be wasting other people's time.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
listening in. I'm listening in.
Okay. I'm asking if
Okay,
I
so
will
she's not
leave
okay.
the
She's out.
I'm asking if I will leave the compliance part and close up with how to be consistent, like creating a routine
Compliance
on how
as
to be
regards what?
consistent. Mm?
Who is doing compliance? Who? Who? What are you doing compliance for? Because everything you're talking about registration, you're talking about what's the name? Tax. You know, it's a bit when we're talking about consistency as based on the topic, passion to paycheck. Passion to paycheck. So I want all of you when you are talking, just have it in
Okay.
mind. The question is what is the root topic? What is the root topic on the conversation? Passion to paycheck. Passion. Just be thinking about it. That's how to come up with notes, right? That's how to come up with notes. Passion to paycheck. So if I'm going to be talking about consistency, it should be, discipline, quotes around discipline, quotes around systems, quotes around people are community. All these quotes are how consistency. And for me, I think that is where there's lots of fire in consistency. Okay, you just talked about your story, is to find a way that those points can interpret why you were able to stay. So let's say, so I started off as when I started out, I mean, I didn't really have the luxury some of you are going to be having with me now. Let's say you're probably a lawyer now who is seeking to start registering, because like I said, every single time that we are doing things, we should talk as though we have. Are you hearing me at all? Sometimes I feel like I don't
Yes, I
know. Should
am.
I just allow? Okay, so I'm hoping that all of you
I
will
am
listen,
hearing
go
you.
back and listen back to the point where you were critic. Okay, awesome. So let's say I'm talking about me now. Like, okay, so essentially my team, or let's I've introduced myself, and tonight I'm gonna be telling you. Okay, let's say you start your story. Well, when I started out my journey as um all through law school, and then as someone who registers business or whatever it is, it's because it's not me. So I'm coming up with something, right? um I first started with somebody who my madam, they're so magnanimous. I didn't really know much. She accepted me, of course, and just led me, gave me some tips. But then my tenacity helped me. Unlike some of you who probably will be reaching out today and are going to be getting some of the opportunities that I didn't have for myself. I just want to help you know some few things about how consistency can literally change your life. You can now do one hot quote, bam. I don't want to say that quote because me is my quotes. I don't want to use it for anybody. Okay. So if I'm having consistency, that quote is already in my mind, right? Then I'll see the quote and I'll say, okay, there are 4 points you might want to look out for when you are. So, or there are 3 points you might want to look out for when you are trying to be compliant or maybe consistent or developing a skill. So you can now see this. And then I'm hoping that in your consistency team, there are people who are going to be discussing what to do when obviously some of your ideas, if it's not, maybe if you've not started getting your paycheck yet, how consistency would eventually judge. And then consistency, you are the ones that are supposed to talk about the 10,000 hour rule. Consistency, you're supposed to talk about the talk about discipline, time management. All these topics are the topics under consistency. So I'm super confused because when I'm hearing what you were talking about, I'm just wondering, okay, I'm not sure. So who is taking what topic now? So that I know that okay, maybe I'm putting a lot on you. So where are the other persons and what were they supposed to take? Because consistency has a lot of quotes, a lot of motivation in it, then your own story, how you were able to produce results. And then if you're waiting on something or you're looking for your next level, why you're encouraging people to start doing what you're doing is because you are also in a phase where you're also expectant in that particular direction. So I'm hoping, but then you're positioning yourself. So all these things you're talking about tax and all that, you can leave it as a punchline of some of the results of your consistency. So fast forward, it's been 5 years, it's been 10 years since you've been doing this, you've been able to achieve this, and it's only consistency that could bring that to your table. Now when you make do conversations like that, it's a lot more better than taking people into your everyday work and it's not related to the topic. So I don't know if this is okay. You might want to revisit your notes. That's just what I think you should do. That's what I think you should do. Okay, so let's just have the next person
Thank you
since
very
she's not.
much,
I don't think I
Vivian.
can see her. Oh yeah, go and rest. But make sure you rewrite. If not, Tom, it's on you, oh, my dear.
I'm rewriting it now.
Last,
I'm
everybody
writing
will
it now.
answer
Thank
their
you.
surname. My surname is Magnus. Your own is EZZIM. But
I
don't spell
am.
that
You see,
EZZ.
you will not
Please
forget
don't do
it
that
again.
tomorrow. I even forgot to correct you on that. No, you've told me it's for us here. Don't say it there. Don't worry, your name will already be displayed like this when you're talking. So please don't say that like that
Okay.
tomorrow. Okay, well
They've murdered the
I
name
for
100
me, I
times.
would give you 100% in you're a storyteller, even from your voice. You're somebody who enjoys to talk. Okay, I get. Okay, so you can, of course, you can call your name, but if you like, what I would do is that I will already create the link for tomorrow's event. As soon as we're done here now, I'll prepare the studio and send you people the link. So when you're coming in, you have to write. So the way you people left Neddy, you can see Comfort. Anyan was able to write Comfort Brown Foundation under her own, but all of you just left your own. You didn't write what you're doing. So it means that somehow you didn't write your settings. So write your prepare your what's the word. So I'll already prepare the studio, then I'll send the link to the studio. What you people will do is now to probably introduce yourself properly. Then when you come up, you can just say my name is Chinazo Azim. So please, you might need to pay. So if you want to draw the attention to it, you can say you might need to pay attention to the pronunciation because I know you need it because you're going to call me tomorrow to get you your, maybe let's say what do you call it, CAC or something. So already you've drawn people's hearts to what you do, but then you use your name as a leverage. But it's not that you start telling them, oh yeah, you now be teaching us spelling when we know that your name is, if you had written your name completely, you will not have to do that. So it means that you can actually just set up your own, what did you call it, your life, your StreamYard account, right, and write what you want. So that every time you log into any particular, what do they call it, event, it will just show. But this one you have to write it well. So you can see that other people did theirs. That's comfort, and I did mine. Mine is permanent, right? So you might want to do that as well. So you can just say my name is Chinazo Eze. Okay, so I know a lot of people might mix up this pronunciation. Please pay attention because I know I'll be the next lawyer you'll be calling on to help you with your CAC registration for your businesses. Already you've caught people's attention there, then you can move into the conversation. So next person, please. Let's have who is the next person? Please, like I said, for those who are just coming in, please go and share. The flyer will be out. Please, that will be our post for tomorrow. That all our posts you carry that flyer because we have to hawk it. We're way behind. I don't know what happened. A lot of people were like I don't want to say like lackadaisical. Is that the word I want to say? But this week, so I don't know what's happening. Our registrations are very poor. So I said, please, once you're done from here, just go and invite. Everybody has the opportunity to invite up to 1,000 person. Most times I don't bother people because I used to sit down and do it. Then if it becomes worse, I carry my husband's phone because we're the two adults in the house. But I'm hoping that the more we partner, we have better results. So you might want to just everybody just pull in your weight and just invite a lot of person. Start with the active people that are in your contacts. Then when you get tired, right, you can just click on location. Once you click invite location, you can write Nigeria or Lagos. You see all the people in Lagos will come out. You can just mass send it for all the people in Lagos. If there's anybody you don't want to see it, maybe because you're not close to the person, you can just type the person's name and remove so that you don't invite anybody that would. That's what I normally do. But most times I don't bother anybody. But I'm grateful that all of you are helping me transition properly now. Because literally, I do all these things that some of you are doing. I do all of them, and I still have to present. And my thought is supposed to be together. My good people, I'll be able to be doing my own shako because me too, I have many things to do for myself, right? Some of you don't know that I'm a student too. Okay. So awesome. Let's go to the next person. Who is going to be speaking next so that we will just
We have
have
hello.
okay, comfort. Oh yeah, now you're the general overseer. Or Neddy, let's have you, please. Neddy, is your time zone is very far off.
Yeah.
Please go ahead and speak.
Please, can I speak?
Okay.
Okay, I don't know who is speaking now because I can't see anybody
Comfort
now.
Comfort
I
is
don't know
speaking, but
who is
the
speaking because
network is not.
the
Can you hear
pictures are
me
not
well?
moving.
Can you hear me?
Yes,
Okay.
please just
Okay.
talk. Comfort.
Okay.
Yes, please. Comfort. I'm so sorry. Please let her just speak and go ahead, Neddy.
Okay. Okay. As you can see, we are team A. All of us are team A. Yeah.
Because
The rest have gone. Comfort still wants to talk. Um,
my network
is it Comfort
is
speaking?
Okay, so network is becoming very
actually.
bad.
And she's speaking.
Hello, please, can I
Comfort, we can't hear you.
speak because my
Sorry, we can't hear you.
network have
Okay. Can I go on?
been
Can I
taking
go
me
on?
out?
Please go
You want
on.
to?
Please go on. Please go on. Go on. Neddy, speak.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay. Bye. Bye. Okay.
okay.
Good evening, everyone. Okay. Let's all be honest. We have that fear. We have procrastination. We all have that thing. It's holding you back. And today we are going to speak on how to manage overcoming fear and having your passion to paycheck to skills to paycheck. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce my team. With me is Esther, Hamaka. We have Comfort. We have Mercy and Evangeline. Okay, let me tell you about myself. My name is Nedi Sigay. I'm a digital marketer. And when we say digital marketing, it means we have digital marketing is broad, so we will have to specialize as digital marketer. So as a digital, let me tell you some few skills in digital marketing. So we have SEO, we have social media management, we have social media marketing, we have email marketing. It's really broad, so you need to specialize as a digital marketer. So where I started, before I tell you about digital marketing. So during Corona time around 2020, many people transitioned to online work. By then, I didn't even know what online work was. I think I was this person who scrolls through the phone, goes to do the TikTok things and waste the time. By then, I was carrying my baby, so I didn't know. So 2020, 2021, and 2022 is when I also realized I had another. Let's say I was also like I was shocked. I was also carrying my second pregnancy. So this time I was so stressed that my career was going or fading away. So my career per se is procurement. I graduated with purchasing and supplies from university here in Kenya. So this time I was exploring. This time now I
Okay.
became so curious.
Can I go
Yeah,
ahead?
I became so curious and wanted to know what are people doing online. So I when scrolling on Facebook, I found a Nigerian agency. It was agency or someone was advertising on website design. I was so curious. I signed up and I paid some small naira. It wasn't too expensive. So once I paid the money, um I enrolled in website designing. So that is where my website designing started from. So while doing website design, I was so curious to learn how are people getting jobs. So this is where I went from looking from internship, looking for volunteering or making a website for someone, and this is where my career really started. So I got the first website designing year from Kenya, and it was paying not bad, not good. So after that, I realized that website designing can goes hand in hand with search engine optimization. So because you cannot um, develop a website which is not user friendly and also which cannot meet um, the expectation of the client or the people. A website which is well optimized is a website which can give good results. So after learning website SEO is when I started getting clients. I haven't gotten so much clients, but I've gotten few clients for SEO and website design. And let me tell you guys, website design is paying well. You can get one website design and get 1,000 USD dollars for only one website design. So how to learn these skills is for me, I got the person from agency was explaining, but I didn't get everything. So I went to YouTube. YouTube is one. You go to YouTube and how to learn website design. There is one person called Freddy Copwebs. If you want the name, or the YouTube person, I'll forward. Just comment on the section or just DM me. I'll forward to you. So this person teaches website design so very well. Also there is Rangmat to learn SEO smoothly. You won't just get tired. There's also Udemy. Go to Udemy, learn the skill. There is Coursera. There are very many resources outside there. You can learn the skills. Okay.
Neddy,
After
Neddy.
learning, you
So you
okay.
cannot teach it. Give me a moment. Neddy, you cannot teach it.
Teach what?
So you
I
cannot
can.
teach it. The website
I
design.
can. I can.
What kind
I
of
can.
joke is this? So that's how you would have left. So if I did not listen to you now, that's how you'll be saying tomorrow that, hey, blood of Jesus. You don't know that when you say it, you're supposed to showcase yourself to you don't want, Abby, you don't want people to learn. You're telling them, you're taking them somewhere. I don't
I'll
understand.
start by
Hey,
me.
you're even saying
I'll
there's
start by
somebody
me.
that
Okay. Yeah.
they should DM you that
Yes. Yes. So sorry.
you
Sorry.
give them his number. Hey, Jesus.
Okay. Okay.
Why am
Sorry
I
for
like
that.
why I did
Okay.
you should put
Okay.
you're there
So
already, the one who will teach them, right? You're the one who will
yes.
teach
Yes.
them. So if you need to run any
Yes.
form of partnership with the person, you can always run a partnership with the person. Let's say you've taught the
Okay.
person the first two steps, you bring the person into one of your classes. So if you have done your
Mhm.
assignment of community building, we'll not even be asking if you have clients or not by now. Okay, so let me allow you continue. Sorry, I had to cut you in because I didn't want to forget
That is okay.
to correct that.
Okay. Um, let's start from
Go
there.
ahead, please.
I'll not even mention anyone. Okay. So after listening to me, how my journey started and the resilience I have, so for SEO and website design, just talk to me. I'll really be happy to take you through. I'll teach you all the steps and the skills and how you will be able to get clients. Okay, before I say anything else, also I have this curiosity for tech, and this year I started learning UX, UI, and software engineering. I want to be that tech girl where I'll be solving problems, seeing very beautiful websites online. So if you also want or you wondering how to start, talk to me. Also, I'll be happy to show you and guide you. After learning websites and now transitioning to software engineering, these are the skills you need. Soft skills you need to have. You need to be resilient. Like for me, I've had babies two under two, but I could not sleep because I wanted something for myself. So resilience. There is procrastination. I still struggle with procrastination, but we all will be there. The other thing is just explore. If you have passion, but you don't know how to make this passion to pay your bills, explore. Make sure you understand. Or I saw on LinkedIn something from one of our boot camp. I don't know if she was a boot camp from the previous boot camp. The lady was saying she did writing, and then she was not satisfied. She went to coding, the one I'm doing now, software engineering, HTML, JavaScript, and the rest. But also, while there, she was not okay. She was not okay. She was not satisfied again. She came back to virtual assistant, where now she feels she's okay and she's doing her thing. Okay. Another thing is you should also have a mentor. For me, I felt like I was really struggling. Looking for clients or being consistent and doing the thing. So I approached Dr. Vivian as my mentor. So I can say I can tell you for free, the 3 weeks we've been in this boot camp, it has really changed my mindset. It has really made me grow. I have a YouTube which I can now say after this boot camp, which is on Monday, I'll be starting posting every day. I have that somebody who will push you. Have someone who can tell you, yeah, you're doing this, and also accept corrections. Last but not the least, also explore. Make sure you explore, have a network, have networking group. And all I can tell you guys is it's possible. Nothing is hard. It's possible. Just overcome your fear. Statistics shows that 85% of um, careers are from well-developed skills. From these 15, from these 85%, 15% are for technical skills. Technical skills are the skills I'm talking about now, like software engineering, computers, cloud computing, data analytics. So that when you cannot worry, say I'll do. You can just transition small, small. Start from what you know. Like if you know to cook, go to YouTube, start doing tutorials, or do a blog on how to cook, recipe, everything else. So the rest I can tell you it's possible. Just be consistent, have faith, and I'll leave you with this quote which says, passion sparks the fire. But it's the skills that burns the fire. Thank you so much. I'm done.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Okay, so but your network, you might need to find something else, another network tomorrow. Yes, also. But your network it was really, really shaky. So I don't know why. You were really, really, really cracking up. So you might want to do something about that. Okay, comfort, you're still rolling and rolling and rolling. If you can hear me and you're here, please say something. Let me remove you and add you again and see if it's gonna be better.
The network. Internet
Okay,
access
still taking a while. It's still taking a while. Oh, it's even past my time. Okay, Mrs. Comfort, you can go ahead. You're here now. Let me be listening in as I post to. I've passed my posting time. Go ahead. Oh, your network. Oh, that means you have to really do something about tomorrow. Okay, Comfort, can you hear me? If you can, please go ahead and speak. Great, you can turn off your camera and speak. Let's see, because it might just be your. How are you going to do tomorrow, people of God? Definitely have. What do we do now? Okay, I will just calling to the group. I think we will just call it a night. So I have 1 million things to do this night. Like I said, let me just call it a night. So that I'll set up the studio for tomorrow and send off all the things so that okay. I'll set up so that I can set up the studio for tomorrow and let you all just what's the word? Let you all just come in by yourselves earlier, test your instruments. So coming at any point, test. If you get a better Wi-Fi, someone who has a broadband should be top of your list, right? If you can all get that, that would be superb. So I think I'll call it a night. Thank you so much, everyone, for stopping by. Right? If you have any challenge, so I would say everybody should just make some corrections based on the corrections we made for every other person that had joined before now. Just make the appropriate correction and then see you tomorrow well prepared. So please let your thoughts be collected. Let it be coming out as as I don't know, dish it at once, right? So that it will be hot. So thank you so much, everybody. Do have an amazing night. So I'm going to be ending it here. You know, in the studio, unless you leave, you actually will still be here. So even if I end the live stream, so I'm going to be ending the live stream in 4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you, everybody, for watching.